All right, Bucks fans, Wiley Henderson here, play-by-play voice of the Cranbrook Bucks, joined by number 5 on the blue line, Malachi Freh. Thanks for joining today, Mally. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Wiley. How have you been?
It's been good. It's been a good start to the season, on and off the ice. So yeah, lots to be happy about. Like we were talking off air. Really glad that you took the time. Somebody I really wanted to get early in the season because I know we waited a little bit late in the season last year. And you know what? Starting off with a bang. The blue
Yeah.
line looking really good. The team looking great. You personally 4 assists through the first couple. Yeah, it's looking like all cylinders are firing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we got a great group of guys this year, and it was obviously awesome to kick the year off with two huge wins like that. So, yeah, excited to see where this thing goes and keep rolling along here.
So you were there last season. Got a good taste of what the BCHL is all about. A very young team that came out last year. A lot of returning pieces from that team, bigger, stronger, faster, more experience. Just what's your read on things?
For sure. Honestly, I think it's an awesome group of guys. Like off the ice, all the boys have kind of gelled super well. And then you go on the ice, and I think we have a ton of talented players, lots of returning guys who have jumped up and taken on bigger roles than they had last year and just came back bigger, better, stronger, faster players, right? So I think a super talented group of guys, and then just an awesome room, awesome locker room vibes off the ice.
Looking at you personally too, looks like a little bit more size coming back. Looks like you shot up a few inches and a lot more speed I'm noticing, and you seem to be playing with a lot more confidence.
Yeah, totally. Had a great off season. Lots of training, lots of work went in, and yeah, just kind of came back with the goal in mind to fill a bit of a bigger role, and just excited to see where the season goes for me, and just keep playing, just having some fun out there.
Also, as I said, a young team last year. The blue line, especially, aside from Joe Blackley, very, I would say young. It looks like this season too. That has really come full circle. Now we're seeing a lot more offense from the blue line, although a small sample size in the season so far. And just yeah, a lot of the guys that have come back seem to be really steering the ship, and then guys like Quinn Keeler, Tanner Fennell just seem to be fitting in just fine.
Yeah, no, they've been great additions, especially on the back end there, and yeah, they're both great guys and fantastic hockey players too. So I think we got a solid group, and yeah, I love our back end.
So, what stood out for you early on here through preseason, training camp, and the first couple games of regular season, just compared to the start last season?
Yeah, I think our compete has just been just elevated a ton. I mean, it was there last year, but just that desire for a little bit more, that extra compete, just playing hard between the whistles in practice and in the game, I think is just it's at a higher level than I remember. I think we had a great group for that last year, and those younger guys really brought it back this season. So I think that's been huge.
First couple games against Vernon and West Kelowna, who brought out teams with rosters very similar to what was seen last year. Again, a lot of returning pieces there. You guys laid down a couple of shellackings on them, coming out plus 14. So a 9-0 win over West Kelowna, 6-1
Yeah.
against Vernon. We all expected that this year's edition of the Bucks would be an improved version of last year, but did you expect results like that coming out the gate?
Yeah, I mean, you can never say like, "Hey, I expected us to come in and win that first one 9-0, and then add 6-1 on top of that." I don't think my expectations were quite there, but you love to see kind of the offensive firepower that the boys have this year, being able to put some pucks in the back of the net, and then defensive side of things too. Just yeah, like you said, keeping it to plus 14, only one goal against. So yeah, I love to see it both ends of the ice.
Right. And looking at you personally again, just coming into your second season, first season, a lot of learning experiences there. Now you've come in, with this experience under your belt. What are you looking for from yourself this season?
Yeah, I love to put a couple more pucks in the back of the net from up there. Yeah, put up some better numbers for sure, and just being able to fill and play in like a bunch of different roles this season, and then just kind of be a little bit, lend a little bit of guidance to some of those younger guys coming up.
Yeah, and Colin Minardi, I believe, is the coach that works a lot with the Blue Liners.
Yeah,
So what's he been kind of changing up this season? What's his approach been like this year?
I think we've sprinkled in a little bit more offense back there, a little bit more leash for the guys to go, try and play some offense, right? Generate some work from the blue line there. Other than that, I think he's kept a pretty great approach to things. Really brought that group together back there. So yeah,
A lot of great recruits coming in this year. A lot of fun guys to watch. Matty Gilmore's one that comes up a lot. But who's been kind of standing out to you? Who's kind of taking over the room a little bit out there?
for sure, for sure. I love Tanner Fennell. Playing, he's my D partner right now. So, obviously you take a bit of a liking to the guy, but I think he's a great player, a great locker room guy as well. Um, yeah, I love our goalie too, Jaden Shawlett. I think he's a young guy, but I think he's clicking really well. I think he's fitting in there, and yeah, he just seems to be getting better and better for me every week.
Yeah, a great debut for both goalies
Totally.
last weekend too. It was
Yeah,
Colton Bure getting the
yeah,
goose egg there, and then Cholette coming out. I think it was 30 shots faced, turned aside 29. So
yeah,
yeah, looking like all that side of the game is going to be very good, augmented by a very experienced, strong blue line.
sure.
Yeah, it's got to feel pretty good too, just seeing where the team was at last year, and just with the morale
Oh
this
yeah.
season early on. That's got to be changing up a bit, and that's got to feel nice.
Yeah, big time. I mean, that's always great vibes off the ice when you're winning hockey games, right? And it allows the boys to get a lot closer, spend more time with each other, and just when that experience is, yeah, super positive to kick off the year.
So this year, new additions to the BCHL. You'll be seeing a lot of teams on the other side of the Rockies in Alberta,
Yeah.
starting this week with the Okotoks Oilers, home and home there. Okotoks, you saw a little bit of during the preseason. What are you expecting out of them? And just walking into the unknown with a lot of these Alberta teams, like, do
Oh
you guys kind of get like a bit of tape on them? Or how is it walking into sort of the unknown with these guys?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we try and do our homework on those guys, right, and just see what we're playing with. But I think they're all super talented, skilled hockey players as well. I think even in preseason, they're a fast team to play against. But I mean, I love our group. I think we'll do well. I think we're excited for that new challenge and see some new teams over there.
So second year back in Cranbrook, you've gotten to know the community a little bit. Any kind of bucket list things that you've got on the go for this season outside of the rink?
I've got to play a couple more rounds of golf when I first came down here. My billet daddy's a huge golfer, so was able to get out with him. Went and played Shadow Mountain, great course.
Nice.
Yeah, but still a couple on the bucket list there that I'd like to check off for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, I always try to recommend Bootleg Gap if anybody gets a
okay.
chance. Easier course for sure, but just the visuals there are phenomenal.
Yeah,
Kimberly's
yeah.
a great place too. You get some
Oh yeah,
our place breakfast before you go out there, and then it's a pretty solid day.
yeah.
All right, so I'll start to wind it down now. Busy weekend ahead. Um, just any messages, anything that you want to get out to the Bucks fans that are going to be maybe listening on the podcast or watching this on one of the broadcasts or on the Cranbrook Bucks Insider.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we love to see a couple more numbers out to the game. We love the support, and we love when it's rocking there at the Western Financial Place. So that would be huge to see some more faces in the stands this year.
Yeah, let's hope that happens too, because
Yeah,
they're going to be treated to some pretty good hockey this
oh,
year,
yeah,
and yeah, I'd love to see that get back into the 2000s definitely, and we're not far off. Looks like we're still out attending Trail too, which is always a
yeah.
nice stat to
There
see.
you go.
All right, Melly, I'll let you go. Thanks again for your time. All the best this season.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks, Wiley.
Malachi Frey, Cranbrook Bucks. Bucks fans, I'm here with Shane Baker wearing the number 18 of longtime Vancouver Canuck fan favorite Sean Antosky. Shane, thanks for joining. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Glad to be on here.
Yeah, no, hey, it's good to finally have you on. Back for your first full season with the Bucks, second season per se. But yeah, it's been a good few weeks from the broadcast booth. Definitely. How's it been on the ice for you guys?
Oh, it's been awesome. We've had as you all know, it's been a great start to this season. We're 8-2 as of right now, and we're just hoping to increase our record, stay above 500, and keep doing well.
So you came mid-season last year, 23, 24. It was tough times when you came into a lot of injuries, a lot of changes in the lineups quite regularly. So just how was it? I guess first of all, just tell us how it came about when you joined the Bucks and just kind of what you came into there.
Yeah, so I came mid-January, I believe, towards closer to the end of the season, and
Yeah,
I
it
was
was
playing.
during the cold snap too. I think you came to like
Oh
minus 30
yeah.
weather.
Oh my God, when I first got here, I couldn't deal with it. It's nothing like it is in Boston. But anyway, yeah, I was playing in Boston for the Junior Bruins, and that league is the NCDC. And I've known the Julian and Frias, Julian, Don, and Frias for a
Yeah.
while now, and I've been playing hockey with them for a bit. So out of nowhere, they just texted me and they were like, "Hey Shane, how you doing? How would you feel to come finish the season in Cranbrook?" And as soon as they texted me that, I just snapped on that offer. I was like, done, done, I'm on my way. And then after they sent that text 5 days later, I was on a plane to some nice minus 30-degree weather or whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah, my BC Hydro electricity bill spiked that week for sure. Um,
Oh, yeah.
and it was a very difficult season, but kind of really came alive during the playoffs in that first round series, especially you midway through. Put up some really good numbers that's carried into this season. Just what was it that kind of triggered during the playoffs? And it seems to have carried over from the guys that are returning this year.
Right, yeah. So the league I played in was, I'll admit, it's a step below the BCHL. And when I first got here, it did take some adjusting just to get used to the pace of play, getting to know the guys, getting the chemistry down. And I'd say by playoffs, me and my line, which was me, Caslow Ferner, and Nick Capasso, we just eventually clicked. And I don't know, we did really good in playoffs. And I think that definitely has carried over to this season a lot. We've been doing really good. So,
Yeah, and this season we talked off air here. A very stark contrast to where the team was this time last year. Just being a part of that, seeing from kind of where it was to where it is now, just that's got to be rewarding. And I'm sure like a lot of the you and returning guys, not something that's being taken for granted at all.
yeah, definitely. It's awesome to be part of a winning team. I mean, obviously last year I came into a we were a good team, but the record I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't too great, and
Mhm.
we didn't win as many games. But coming into this year and winning like we are now, it's just awesome. It's a great feeling.
And just tell us a little bit about on the ice this year, who you've been playing with, just how the chemistry is going. The points are definitely piling up for you. So, yeah, just a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I'm stuck with the same guys as it was last year,
Right.
which is not a bad thing. So I'm with Nick Capasso and Caslo Ferner, and the guys are great. I love them. We make our own plays in the locker room. We talk a lot on the ice. It's great to play with them. Good guys.
So, going back a little bit, we mentioned your kind of Massachusetts roots, obviously knowing the Frias twins growing up, them having a hand with you coming over. Um, I'm going to guess Bruins fan.
Yes. Yes. Fortunate for me, I don't know who's not a Bruins fan here, but I hear they gotta get a lot of down talking here. So
Yeah,
I
well,
don't know.
you know, the
But
BC boys, it's hard to get over 2011 thing, and you know, we don't get up there
yeah,
too
yeah,
much,
yeah,
so that one still
yeah.
stings a little bit. But you know, good start for them this year.
Oh
They've
yeah.
been fun to watch. You know, Marchand still getting older, but still doing his thing, and
Yeah,
young supporting cast. It's been pretty cool.
yeah, he's still kicking. I mean, we didn't lose much. There's still somewhat of a wagon. We lost DeBrusque and one of our
Mhm.
goalies, which was a big loss. I mean, Swayman and
Yeah,
Olmark, they were such a great duo. So
it's a
sad to see them
bromance.
kind of split apart. Yeah. But yeah, Bruins are a wagon.
Right on. Yeah, no, and I always talked up Boston sports with the Prius twins when they were here too. Always good times. Usually would rock a Celtics jersey when I was talking to one of them too. I digress. Um, so you guys had the BCHL showcase. That's kind of the first hurdle of the season where you start to see teams separate from the pack a little bit. I think this was the first time the Bucks have actually swept the showcase. Your first time at this event. What was it like for you? You know, all the scouts in the building. You kind of trade the fans for the scouts, but I'm sure the pressure's all the same.
Oh yeah, I mean, going onto that ice onto warm-ups, you're in your own head, but by the first period, you just gotta push that all aside and kind of just play your game. I mean, the scouts, there are a lot of them, I will say. Like you look up in the stands and it's just the top row is completely filled, and you're just like, oh God, like are they watching? I better not mess up. So you just gotta keep pushing through that mindset. So yeah.
Well, it looks like you guys did just fine. A couple of very convincing wins, part of that win streak that you guys were on. A really hot start again to October. What was it like being out there? You know, just that long road trip with the boys. Chance to really connect, I'm sure.
Yeah, long road trip is right. We 13 hours there, 13 hours back, plus like I don't know, traveling in between games, but it was awesome. I mean, we got to go on some ferries,
Hmm.
went out to some nice restaurants, and the bonding is it's never been stronger than it was on that trip because we were all together. We were staying in hotels overnights, hanging out with each other, and it was such a great experience. I would love to do it again.
And you know what? To be able to come away victorious in every game on that road trip too, I'm sure makes the bonding extra, just extra, I guess. But you know what? You look at that schedule chunk heading into it. I'm sure like everybody was, a bit skeptical. A lot to get in, geez, 7 days. You know, I think it was a 4 game stretch there. Um, did that kind of factor into the Saturday game? Did you guys maybe feel a little bit gassed?
I mean, I don't really like to make excuses, but I will say that it it does take a toll
Mhm.
playing that many games in that amount of days. But I mean, it's something that we can control. So next time we'll come in the better mindset, better plan on the game, and we'll win that one. It's one that we
Uh,
can
did
win.
you
I know that.
did you guys get to rookie idol yet?
Oh, rookie idol. No, we did not. It's funny you say that. On the way back from the showcase, we were considering doing it, but we were all just so tired. We were just like, we'll do it another time. We'll do it another time. But
Who would you say is the odds-on favorite there?
rookie idol. Ah, oh, it's got to go to Jack O'Brien. Jack O'Brien. He is just such an outgoing person that I can see him just singing his heart out. And
For
it would
anybody
be funny, but
for anybody watching Rookie Idol is basically the bus ride take on American Idol, and the rookies have to pipe in and belt out a good tune. I know I did it with the Fernie Ghostwriters a few years ago when I was on the bus with them, and somebody broke out some DMX randomly and did the whole dog voice and stuff. It was
geez.
unexpected too because he was probably about like 5'2", right? So
That works out then. And then yeah, to add on to that on the rookie idol, I don't know how you guys did it, but we at my old team, we would make the guys put on headphones. I don't know if you guys had
Yeah,
speakers, so it would just be them in the headphones singing with
yeah,
no music in the background, no nothing, and it's just them singing, which
yeah.
makes it even better.
It's basically a cappella, and they'll hear nothing
Exactly.
else because the headphones are cranked. But
Exactly.
yeah, and they can't hear out of tune they are either, which is
Yeah.
yeah.
They can only see reactions, see if they're doing good or not. That's their job.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to catch up. I definitely want to hear some updates on that, and yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
be in on the Jack O'Brien pool too. Definitely a
Oh
no
yeah.
going dude. So just off the ice too, it's a very tight group. Who are you kind of clicking with? Maybe a little bit more than anybody off the ice.
Yeah, I would say us New Englanders, we're very close. Patrick Murphy, he's from Rhode Island, Nick Capasso, uh, and then also Blake Cotton. We've been we've been hitting the gym together because we do like working out. Sam Lyon too, so we have that in common. But again, it's not there's no little small groups. We're all just a team hanging out with each other. So everyone likes to hang out with each other. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I get to catch you guys, doing the dry land before the games, after Ryan does his speech to you, and I see the connectedness there. Something that was definitely there last year, but I feel has evolved to something that's become a bit of a better place this season. And it shows you guys are, the chemistry is so much more there this year. Everything top to bottom, goaltending, defense, forwards. It seems like every facet of the game has improved for the Bucks.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely has. I'd say the leadership has a big part in that. Our leaders, captains, Bryce, Nick, and Fletcher, they're all very talkative and they like to get things done. So sometimes when we hang out, we all plan it. We have team bonding outside the rink. So I definitely think on and off the ice, they're a big help in
Yeah,
that
Bryce
sense.
Sucro as captain. That was we all in the broadcast booth had a little bit of a pool on that one, and I picked Bryce, knowing he's a Kootenai guy and his roots and how long he's been here. So just what's he like as a leader? We're able to see him on the ice and talk to him a little bit off, but obviously we're not around you guys at practice. Between all that stuff too, and how is he as a leader, and how has it been? With him as captain.
Sukes is great. I mean, even last year when he didn't have a letter, he still was one of those leading figures. And this year, yeah, he likes to joke around, but at the same time, he gets serious, which kind of makes you have respect for him because you know he's a guy that has great leader in points and off the ice, and he just knows how to talk to the guys and he's just great at communications. That's it. So.
So at this stage in your junior career, some important time in your career, definitely. What is your main personal takeaway that you want to get out of this season and your time in the BCHL?
Yeah, so my main takeaway, well, one being I'm gonna enjoy my time here because living away from home is awesome. I haven't got the chance to do it before. So coming out here last year and being able to come out here for another year, that's one big part of it. But my biggest takeaway is I would just like to have long-lasting friendships going through college, when you get older, you just always have those connections because hockey's a small world. Everyone knows each other. So, yeah, I mean, that's it. Like, good friends.
So you've gotten to know Cranbrook a little bit, obviously coming in here during the Arctic wave and, freezing your fingers off there for a little bit. But now that you've been out here a little bit, what are you doing away from the rink? What do you do to keep busy?
Yeah, so my billets just got home. That's one thing they do. Um, I like hanging out with them. We got a little 4-year-old, 12-year-old, and a 17-year-old. The 17-year-old just got into the gym, which is what I like doing. I like going to the gym, lifting, just working out mainly. But other than that, there's also golf when it's warm, not when it's
Mhm.
freezing.
Yeah.
Um, Sometimes we'll go play disc golf. I don't know, there's a lot to do. Recently, actually, we just went mountain biking. I don't know if that's considered dangerous within the hockey season, but it was fun. So it's just a lot to do.
Yeah, biking's a big one out here. That's kind of my thing in the off season too. I do the 102K Grand Fondo. You know what? Actually, I did it
Oh,
this
yeah.
year, and we scheduled our first preseason game at home like hours after it. So
Oh,
I was wrecked
yeah.
just trying to get around. I have to go up and down around the rink the whole time. So it was a tough one to get through, but it was
Oh,
actually a
yeah.
pretty fun
No.
game to call.
Yeah. No, I could never do that. I gotta have at least 1 or 2 days of just doing nothing. Well, not doing nothing, but not doing any intense training or biking or
Mm.
anything like that. So
Yeah, no, I got the 2 days after you guys finished up, so I took advantage of those couple days for sure.
there we go. There we go.
You mentioned the Billet family. Who are the Billets this year? And I guess what do they do to kind of make them stand out a little bit and make things a little more comfortable for you out here?
So my billets at the McDonald's. Um, they're a great family. Again, like I said, there's a 4-year-old, 12-year-old, and 17-year-old, plus a cat, two cats, and one dog. So it's kind of a busy household, which I'm used to because back at home, I have two older brothers and one younger sister living in my house. So it kind of gives me that sense of home, kind of,
Hmm.
because I'm used to all this stuff. But yeah, they're great. I mean, they cook dinner. They ask me what I prefer, and it's just great to have them around. Sometimes we have movie nights and stuff like that. So they're great.
Yeah, you mentioned the pets too. They must be a lot more well behaved than ours. They've been our dog was just mudding around up here, and I had the cats batting at the computer. One of them trying to get on our pizza dips on the counter. All during this thing, I had to try to keep focused.
No, yeah, they are well behaved. But I will say the two cats love just jumping up on the bed back there and just sleeping. So when I come home from practice and I open my door, they're just sleeping on the bed, and I have to pick them up, kind of not throw them, but put them outside because they shed a lot. So
Yeah,
it's a bit of a
yeah,
problem,
yeah.
but
No,
no, it's
they'll
it's whatever.
yeah they'll do that. We have three of them, and yeah, they all sleep, and I mean I'm very jealous of their sleep schedules collectively. All right,
Oh
well,
yeah,
I'll start to wind it down now, Shane. Been a real good chat here for sure. Can't wait to see you mature more as the season goes on and your game and just the team evolving around you as well. It's been fun to watch you so far. So still a lot of mileage to go in this season. But before I let you off, how I like to close it, any messages for the Cranbrook Bucks fans that might be watching here?
a message for the fans. Let's see. Um, Go Bucks, go. That's all I have to say.
Hashtag on that one.
Oh yeah.
All right, Shane. Thank you so much. We'll be catching you this weekend. I think it's home and home with Okotoks, so I'll let you go. Best of luck this weekend. We'll see you at the rink.
Awesome. Thank you for having me on.
Anytime. Shane Baker, number 18, Cranbrook Bucks.